This is episode 2079 of the Daily Meditation Podcast. I'm Mary Meckley, and I welcome you back to day 4 of our series we're exploring this week. You are discovering how to break through the stress you may be experiencing through this coronavirus pandemic. In fact, these are techniques you can do anytime you are experiencing stress. In today's episode, you are going to discover a meditation technique to allow you to focus in the moment, to get back to what is real. You may have noticed that you become distracted quite easily these days. And it seems like the news is constantly erupting with new stressful situations we need to worry about. When you start to feel overwhelmed and saturated, come back to what is real, what's really happening in the moment. Become very mindful of how you are feeling. Notice your breath. This is what's real. Regardless of what's going on around you, many things which you're not able to control, especially these days, what you can control is how you respond to stress. And one of the best ways to manage stress is to come back to your breath. To help you do that, I'm going to share with you a meditation technique called a mudra. I know many of you tell me these are your favorite techniques. For some of you, you might not really do mudras, but I'll share this week's mudra with you because it's simple to do. In fact, you have likely seen different statues of different deities from around the world doing this particular mudra. It is a classic meditation mudra called the Gyan Mudra. You can easily do it right now. I'll guide you through it. You simply touch your thumb tip to your index fingertip. So you're making a circle with your thumb and your index finger. Your other fingers are gently extended outward in a natural way. So it looks like you're making the OK sign. Again, your thumb is touching your index finger. You could hold this mudra right now while you continue listening to this episode and as you go on to meditate. This is a mudra that helps you to focus and concentrate. It is noted to release stress and anger and to ease depression. It's been used extensively for thousands of years to bring peace and calm. It's also considered to help you make spiritual progress. Now, mudras are simply a seal. It's a way you position your hands or your body in a particular way that stimulates a corresponding region of your brain. So you could try doing this mudra. I think what mudras help you to do most is to remind you of what you're focusing on. So different mudras represent different aspects of your physiology and your emotions. So when you're wanting to focus and concentrate, this Gyan Mudra can help you go a little more deeply into your meditation. So try it out. See how it works for you. You do this with both hands. You can lay your hands on your lap as you do it with your palms upward, and you'll be all set. Now, I recently have started back on some of my social media. I actually took a break for quite a while from my social media because I record a daily podcast, and I just find myself become so distracted when I go onto my social sites. So for many, many months, I really didn't post much, but I'm committed to posting frequently. I'm starting back with Instagram, and so I just put up a guide for this week's series with all the techniques right there on the guide. You can see it right there on Instagram. The account is sip.and.om. So that is the Sip and Om Instagram account. You will see the Gyan Mudra right there, as well as the affirmation for the week and all the techniques. And I want to ask you, before I guide you in a little experience to get you started as you go into your meditation today, I want to ask you how your challenge is coming along. Your challenge for this week is to pause at the midpoint of your day, maybe around noon or in the middle of the afternoon when you're starting to feel your energy falter. Give yourself a stress test. And what this means is to just rate the amount of stress you are feeling on a scale of 1, meaning not much stress, to 10, meaning you're feeling pretty stressed. So as we are midweek in our series, maybe you were keeping a stress journal. I encouraged you to do that in the very first episode of this series. But even if you didn't keep a stress journal to notice what was triggering your stress and how you were responding to stress this week, you could probably glance back over your week and notice when you felt most stressed and what particularly caused that stress. So what was your stress trigger? And you might find that you are in a little stress cycle. This is really valuable information because a lot of times, believe it or not, this may surprise you, you might not realize that you are actually experiencing quite a lot of stress because you can get used to feeling stressed. And so you begin to figure that that is just the way you feel. You're used to feeling stressed. Well, when you begin to meditate, you start to notice that there are better ways of feeling, and that there is such a contrast to how you feel while you're stressed to how you feel when you're beginning to notice what it feels like to experience stillness or a sense of peace. That may be something that your body and your mind are not used to experiencing. This is very common. So when you begin to meditate, or even to sit for a few minutes in stillness and to do a meditation technique or two, you begin to calm your mind and body and to experience this stillness. So this is one of the beautiful benefits of giving yourself a midday stress test, to start to notice when you are in fact stressed and what that feels like and what caused it. No judgment, no shame, simply awareness. And when you begin to build this awareness, then you have something to work with. Then you can begin to change and enhance your life on all levels. So as you settle yourself down today, try doing this Gyan Mudra with both hands on your lap, your palms upward. Touch your thumb tip to your index fingertip and hold your palms upward, just noticing how you feel as you hold your hands in this mudra. And bring to mind your stress this week and allow yourself to notice what's really real in your life. Stress will come and go, and it is real. But what is the core of who you are is your breath. Notice your breath. This is what you'll always experience as long as you're living. You will have your breath. Bring yourself back to your breath. Become aware of your surroundings. Become aware of your blessings. This awareness will help to balance the ongoing stress you may be experiencing. So, settle yourself down now and just become aware of what's real with yourself right now. Begin with your breath. You are so worth slowing down for.